I'm making chaffles this morning. 2 eggs, big eggs for every single waffle you want to make. Chaffle, not a waffle, no bread in it. Add you some cheese if you'd like. And let's beat these together here. Let's beat all this up. And get a little melted butter. A little melted butter in here. Let's see if I can. A little melted butter in here. Whip it up a little bit more. Take your silicone, excuse me here, your silicone brush. I'm going to open this up. Woo! I'm going to get a little bit of butter. Hang on. Let's see. My goodness, I can't get this. Hang on just a minute. Just a little bit of butter. Just a little bit of butter. And pour it in. Supposed to be about a ½ cup on each side. I always do weird stuff. It overflows. Okay. This is probably going to be, it's probably going to overflow this one. I'm going to cook this for 5 minutes. And I'll come back and show you what it is. I'm going to have some stevia sweetened electrolytes this morning. I take electrolytes a lot, especially since I was sick. So, peach mango, love that. I get them on Walmart online. I think you get 40 packets for $19.95, which is actually cheaper than a lot of them. So, there you go, there's my breakfast. Here's what it looks like inside. You can see the whites on the bottom, fluffy. It's very fluffy. You just fluffs them up and cooks them. Actually, it's kind of filling. This is very filling to me. Anyway, there you go. Chaffles. Okay, project number 1. I'm going to have to dig up this rose bush. It's been here forever and ever. It used to climb up my railings on my deck. It was beautiful. A little pom-pom rose called Minnehaha. And it was the other guy who owned the place, who built it, put it in. That lattice work is what it used to climb on. Well, that's all rotten. I want to take that all out and put me a gate here, because there's a gate on the other opposite side right here. Instead of down here, the gate's up in here on the opposite side. Project number 2, take down all the picket fences. Yep, I'm taking down all the picket fence. I just realized he cut all this stuff in the backyard. They had to take down fences. Some of it was a little bit damaged, but they did as good as they could do with things falling out of the sky. And I thought, why do we need to put a fence back? Why don't we just enclose this under the deck in the back? Now, this is going to be trashy looking because I haven't been able to get out here. My husband, well, you know how his problem is. These are the trees they cut down. You see the stumps? There's actually 5 trees they cut down inside the fence, and then outside they cut down 2 because one of them was leaning over a power line up there. And it was rot. He said it was so rotten. No, it's very strange to watch those guys swinging up in the air. But all of this, I got to clean all this out. Have a shredder. I don't even know if it works anymore. That's the curse of it's the curse here, because we use it until it doesn't work anymore. My husband don't know how to fix it, and he don't want to pay for it. So then we either throw it away or sell it to somebody as a broken one or whatever. That generator don't work either. So I got to take all this trash out of here. And I want to enclose all of this up here. So let me go down there and show you. Hang on. This is a prime example of why these trees were cut down. Had ants living all in it. This thing is compromised. Most of these trees were compromised. I got dead lelands here and everything that just went. Okay. Cut down all these trees. Well, all in here. I want to enclose that. When I moved here, it was so wooded. He was trying to grow, Henry was the name, he was trying to grow a Tropicana rose, climbing rose on that with no sun. Of course, it didn't live very long after I got here. It's no sun. Now there's sun. Now I got clear sky up here. So maybe I can grow a climbing rose there again. But I want to enclose all of this so people can't really see in there. I might put a gate right here in the middle too. I don't know, but I need to take down all the rest of this fencing here. The posts, surprisingly, were not concreted in the ground. I didn't even know that. I mean, we had it put up, and I thought he put them in concrete, but he didn't. So, I mean, they were deep. They were pretty deep. So, anyway, I want to take all that picket fence down. I want to do something with this. I don't know what to do with it. I don't take down the existing railings, but I might, and I don't really like the lattice work that much, but what I may have to do is put lattice panels all along here, which I don't really like. I think it looks messy if they don't fit right. I don't know. Anybody got suggestions? I showed my husband where people had enclosed their decks or under their decks with horizontal boards, like a privacy fence, but sideways and with space in between. He doesn't like it. And I'm like, honey, you're getting to get your design ideas out of the 70s. We have this problem all the time, but anyway, boy, I've been raking. I've been trying to. These oaks were 100 feet tall, a couple of them, and I think those were like 50 to 75 feet tall. And so all this is a bed of leaves. This is really thick leaves. It's like a pad of leaves. When you walk on it, you would squish. So all these leaves, I'm trying to rake these down the hill and outside this fenced area, down the embankment. That's what I'm trying to do. And it's hard because it's got English ivy growing all through there. That's hard. But, you know, this is something my husband can't really do. So here I am doing it. And a couple of my Lelands died. I had 3 Lelands right there died. I planted those when they were like little bitty 6-inch tall balls. And 3 of them are dead there. So I have to cut those down somehow. They're not that big that they'd be dangerous to cut down. I mean, they're just not that big. So we'll see. My rhododendron almost bit the dust because the equipment coming in here, they had to come in here from this power line easement. So, and there used to be some steps going down. Why the guy put steps in here, I don't know. Railroad tie steps. Well, the remainder of the railroad tie steps is down there. They were all rotten anyway. It's just, we just don't come back here. It was so wooded and so full of leaves, you just don't come back here. But I planted all those rhododendron myself. I took them from the wild, basically, and I just planted these little sticks, and they've been growing over the years, and I love them. So anyway, my livestock fencing is down. They had to take it out. There was no way they could get back here. There was no way they could get back here without coming down the power line easement and coming up from there, because over there's my septic. They can't run over that. And over there's the house, and you see how close these trees were. It's about a foot from the deck railing up there. So you couldn't go, you got to be careful that way, you got to be careful that way, and there's no way to get in from over here. Therefore, they had to come in from down here, and I said, cut the livestock fencing. It's crappy anyway. It's kind of falling over anyhow. I need to replace all of it. Just another thing to replace. I don't know where all the money's coming from, because I just spent a ton on these trees. Because that was like 7 trees cut down. Anyhow, so that's what we're doing right this minute. I got to replace all the livestock fencing over there. And I've had 2 or 3 Lelands die right here. So I don't know if I want to replace those or what. But anyway, that's my project. If you have any suggestions of how to enclose, now I want to get all that trash out of there. I couldn't get any of that stuff out of there for the longest time. You wouldn't believe all the stuff we've had somebody come and haul off. Maybe you would. I got to get that stuff all out of there, and I need to enclose all this somehow and keep the privacy. Since I won't have a fence here to even stop anybody from coming up here, I want to enclose all that and lock gates. So that's what I need to do. Any suggestions would be gratefully appreciated. Dug up these shingles were from the original roof in 1993. It was built in 1993 to 1994. This house, I think it's listed as 93. And those shingles must have been from the original roof, because they weren't the ones that were on it. And the guy patched my roof, and he did a good job. You can't tell from up there. So according to the tree guy who was standing way up over there, he said, I can't even tell where it was. I just happen to know where it was, but I can't even tell just looking at it. It's been patched. You can tell from underneath, because he had to cut out a piece of the decking. So anyway, yeah, these trees, this one was very diseased right here. I mean, when the bottoms of these trees get out like they're like elephant's feet, they have a problem. And it looks like the inside, the dark inside, yeah, this one was going to be a problem, a big problem. And this was huge. And that one was huge. But yeah, he said these things would have probably been an issue. Definitely, a couple of these are compromised already. That one was definitely very compromised. It's away from the house. Now this one wasn't too bad yet, but you see the size of the stump on that thing. And so anyway, that's the deal. This is the current project, and it looks trashy back here, but I can't, there's nothing I can really do about it until I can, it's cold this morning. I can't do anything about it right now. And see, here's the clean out on the septic tank right there. And it goes out there, and the tank is right out on the other side of this wall here. So we couldn't have any equipment over here. You can't crush your septic lines or go run heavy equipment over your tank. And he had some heavy equipment. Anyway, there, I got to do this here, figure out what to do with this. Try to get that landscape fabric up. Have to dig this up. I'm putting a gate right here. And, you know, I'll be less able to see back there, but I won't clean the trash out. It's just been a long haul. And this, my clean out started in 2015 when my father died. And then I had his stuff. So it's pretty cold out here today. That's one of the biggest trees, I think, on my property. And that sucker, the trunk is huge. He said, this one doesn't appear to be diseased, really. He said it's pretty solid. That one's pretty solid. Which is good because it's almost the biggest tree on my entire property. We have some giant oaks here. And he said white oaks are known for snapping. I didn't even realize that. I thought oaks were tough, you know. But he said, not the white oaks. Not the white ones. So anyway, yep, so we got a lot more light back here. And if I ever, I put this fence up for my dogs. If I, you know, I'm not going to do that anymore. I don't want to, because I have to come down through the basement, 13 steps, go through the basement, and open the basement door for the dogs to come out here. And I can't, I will never do that anymore. I'm not ever doing that. If there has to be a fence besides the perimeter fence, we're going to have a different kind of arrangement for letting them out and all. It says I don't let my dogs run free, unlike some irresponsible people in the country. So, yep, so it's a nice cold day. I'm ready for spring. We've had a nice spring spell. I need to finish getting those logs, some of them roll. I put them here. I started stacking them here. I think I can always come grab them and split them if I need wood. These were not totally dead, this tree. So I put in this here because our septic tank's right there. And people kept backing up and almost backing over it. And I thought, I might as well just put a little barricade. They won't be running over them logs without realizing they're hitting something. So I'm trying to roll more of this, about the same size, back over this way and continue just a little bit further. So, there you go. That's what's going on today. And Bodie's still with us. We'll go see if he'll recover.